Starbucks employees are pissed because corporate just updated their dress code so that customers can have a more consistent coffee house experience. This is their official statement that you can actually find on their website. And long story short, they're evolving the dress code because they really want that green to pop, that green apron that they've been using since the 80s. They want their employees in dark colors, either a button up, a crew neck, long sleeve, or short sleeve. Starbucks is only going to be providing their partners with 2 shirts. And some of their employees are saying it's likely going to result in out-of-pocket costs if they want to have enough work clothes to get through the week without having to do extra laundry. And to add insult to injury, they're saying, Starbucks, you're focusing way too much on what we wear and not enough on customers' requests for free water, core operational issues, and such long wait times at stores. I'm surprised that this didn't happen sooner. The green really does pop against the black, but change is hard and people are always going to push back on decisions like this. What do you think about this pushback against a more consistent coffee house experience? Let me know in the comments.
So they got a problem with washing their clothes. That's what that sounds like to me.
Apparently.
That sounds like you on a football team and you just don't want to wear the same uniform every day.
I'm not understanding why having a uniform is a problem. That's
Like
pretty
people are
standard
complaining
work
about
stuff.
this?
Yeah,
Man, they lost me with the free water.
I see if it was like a different job. This
What
is
they say?
They
They
don't
said
have
no
free
free water.
Yeah, they don't have that.
That's what I'm saying. They
Yeah,
lost
I
me with
had-
that. You
Oh,
can't,
they're
get,
not doing that anymore?
you can't get a cup of water.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, that is weird, but you know.
It's water.
Time for some coffee talk. Starbucks ready to cut down its menu and cut back its corporate staff as
Down
well.
menu.
The coffee giant plans to lay off more than 1,000 employees, part of a reboot called Back to Starbucks. Kelly O'Grady is here to show us what's driving these job cuts and menu changes. Kelly, is this a vente problem or merely a tall problem?
Maybe. What's the middle one? Yeah,
I don't even know.
All
I
right,
still do
maybe
small,
somewhere
medium,
in
large.
between. All right, so look, these 1,100 employees, they're going to be notified by midday today. The layoffs, they're at the corporate level, and they won't impact in-store positions. Now, the CEO said the goal is to be more efficient and less complex. And this all comes as the coffee chain's North American and U.S. same-store sales have slipped for 4 straight quarters. That's the longest decline that we've seen in years. Now, part of the problem is longer wait times, but many consumers have also turned away due to increased prices. I mean, we know people are worried about inflation, so that makes it harder to justify a $6 latte. Now, the chain is also slashing about 30% of its menu. Here are just some of the cuts, which include many frappuccinos and some hot drinks as well. Now, so Starbucks hopes by changing the menu and becoming more efficient at the corporate level, the company can bounce back.
Kelly, you mentioned the price changes, 23% increase year over year. Why? Or actually, that's just since the start of this year. Why the jump?
Yeah, so that's coming from coffee, that 23% number, and this is really driven by weather. So Brazil and Vietnam, they produce over 50% of the world's coffee. Both of those nations, they've been dealing with severe drought, in some cases followed by severe flooding. So that impacts the supply. During that same amount of time, demand has gone up. I know I'm drinking more coffee if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Simple economics. Demand goes up, supply goes down, prices spike. I will note, though, we haven't seen the full increase go to our cup of coffee because coffee traders, they buy months in advance, but it's coming.
Bro, I promise y'all, I've been hearing y'all talk about Beam all day. Is it really true that this is going to help me to sleep? Like, for real?
Yes, brother. Yes. I will not go to sleep without the Beam anymore. That is like a part of my nightly routine now, and it makes all the difference. Before the Beam, I never, ever dreamed. Now I dream every night.
You the only one that haven't took Beam yet, huh?
I just touched, like, took a little
Yeah, so
hit,
you ain't
know.
take it.
I ain't
brother.
take it for real.
You got to take it tonight, brother.
I be feeling like I'm
You got to come
slumpy
back and let them know.
I've been slumpy already. I don't know. You know?
Oh, shit. He
Now,
might go
Thomas takes
into
the Beam, he might not wake up again.
he might go into a coma for real, for real. Yeah, Brock was having a lot of problems with sleep, and I remember you was telling us, he was
Yeah.
like, I'm finna go to the doctor, and then
Yeah.
so, like,
no,
this really been
literally,
helping?
that's what's so crazy about this, y'all. Because this is how I know God is real. Because I was literally about to go to a sleep doctor because I really struggled to sleep.
He was.
And then we actually just happened to,
Ran across Beam.
find out about Beam. And so I was okay, I'll try this first. And it has literally solved my problem. Like, I think the biggest keys here are what are the ingredients? We got the melatonin, the magnesium, and the theanine. All of those like combined, because I've heard of all these things separately, but when you combine them all, it's like you get in the bed and you feel like something's weighing you down. Like that's how you don't feel like moving. And then you wake up and
I remember you said that I felt like I sunk in the bed.
yeah, that's how I felt. Yeah, and it helps
That's
me
crazy.
relax my mind before I get to bed. So you can turn on some Cartier Family, lay down, hit the Beam, go to sleep. All right, guys. So what you want to do is go to beam.com and put in the discount code Cartier, and that's gonna get you 35% off. That's not no little discount. That is a big discount, y'all. Beam is really blessing. It's a company that has value similar to ours, and they really just want to help. So 35% off with the code Cartier. Beam.
What if Dutch Bros taking their place?
Dutch Bros is
Dutch Bros like that.
people like Dutch Bros.
I don't really like super sugary coffee.
But Dutch Bros got it all. Like
It does. Yeah,
I like
they do.
Dunkin'.
I don't like Dunkin'. Way too much sugar.
But not a lot
I
of
don't
people
like
be at
coffee,
Dunkin'.
period, though.
Like, who got the best trap for real? Probably right now in this area, Dutch Bros.
You ever been to Jet Coffee?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard
That
about
place is
it.
pretty good.
Yeah,
I
it's
hear
pretty
about
good.
it. Maybe that
That's
is
pretty
Starbucks' problem. Like, I'm not
That's
gonna lie, their
Laffy.
food.
Yeah, it
is-
wasn't Laffy.
Like Dutch Bros, they don't have a
It's
lot of food.
overly. It's just overly expensive and
It's not that
bougie
good.
at
Yeah, I don't
Starbucks.
really like super sugary coffee. You know what coffee I like? That Pat Mahomes caffeine sport coffee. That stuff is good.
Yeah,
Shout out
I can
Mahomes
see
for
why
that.
Starbucks need to do a rebranding because
Yeah,
I don't really go. I
and
don't
it's just too expensive. I think that's one of the main things.
People been boycotting Starbucks.
like when I first got on it, I liked it, but now I wouldn't probably never. Go
I remember
there.
I went there for like a week, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'm never doing this."
Yeah, you
again.
can't. The food's not that good.
it's expensive. The food is literally microwave crap.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why they need to. Cause they probably people weren't buying it. Probably.
I'll drink
Well,
a
I ain't
coffee.
gonna say that.
I'll go to Starbucks if I'm like crashing and need a coffee immediately.
Cause every time I go, they
Facts.
never got the sandwich I want.
But if I want to get a coffee, I'm not going to Starbucks. I'd rather get a coffee at the gas station before I go to
Damn.
Starbucks.
That's crazy.
I would drink Celsius.
Yeah.
Just in case you all are wondering why Starbucks employees
She
are
like
very
she worked
upset
there.
with the dress code change, I'm going to show you a collection of clothing
She
that I
hot?
will no longer be allowed to wear starting
Maybe.
May 12th that are perfectly normal shirts that don't hinder me from doing my job. Long sleeve brown shirt. Long sleeve blue striped shirt. Long sleeve maroon striped shirt. Brown and yellow striped shirt.
Lots of stripes.
Reddish orange cream
Big stripes
striped
girl,
shirt.
huh? Big stripes girl, huh?
This one's allowed. This black one is okay. Gray striped shirt.
I ain't gonna lie.
Black with colorful striped shirt.
Yeah.
I like stripes.
I'd be mad if you at my
Goodness.
establishment wearing
Solid
that.
pink t-shirt.
I wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care that much.
A mauve purple
too
I'm
much
gonna be
color.
real. I don't
Let's go.
agree with the uniform thing. Honestly,
Too much color, bro.
a plain gray t-shirt.
I just want everybody to look the same.
can't wear a
honestly.
gray shirt.
A plain
Black.
taupey t-shirt.
Y'all a team.
And the last one I have in this pile, this blue plain t-shirt.
Go
That
on
does not
Amazon.
include all of my sweaters, my dresses, and skirts that I will no longer be allowed to wear because everything has to be black. Here are 3 examples of patterned socks that I would wear to work that I am no longer allowed to wear because they have to be solid.
Thing that Starbucks loves to do is allow partners to be themselves
Oh,
or
wow.
whatever that PR
That's a man
that they
talking.
want to push. I don't understand
That's
how
a
that's
woman.
in good faith of letting us express
That's a woman?
ourselves.
Duh.
I don't
Oh, I thought
understand
that
how
was a
that's
man.
supposed to
Testosterone.
embody craft and culture and bring us back to that
don't
coffee
know
house
what
kind
that
of vibe that
That's a
Starbucks is
woman.
asking for. Because for some reason you all can't understand how to schedule more people.
You don't
in
hear
a
the woman
zone.
voice?
You can't understand that people are taking all away and that you can't understand that it's not appropriate to
It's a
tell
uniform.
someone that they are okay, that they should be doing the work of 4 people. That's disrespectful. I'm sorry, how often do I see you actually on the floor and actually helping instead of going against things that help us? When your partners are saying, I need you, I need help. Sorry, we're busy. I'm doing admin. Sorry.
This is not a legal action that Starbucks is taking by unilaterally deciding what the dress code is going to be.
Legal.
And then
They can
creating this
definitely.
so-called feedback session where the dress code's already created and we're just expected to let off some steam.
Are they
and feel
serious?
accepted. Lying down.
Are they dead ass?
Just
buy a black
any of
shirt.
these partners feel manipulated by all of you all who are also continuing
we
to
that
push
entitled?
this agenda on us.
We.
I'm talking about
That's all I
generation.
really want.
They mad at the manager. You seen that?
They said-
they said manager not in dress code.
They said
This is crazy, bro.
it's not legal for our employer to tell us what we can and can't wear.
They're paying you.
It is legal.
What the hell?
But I do see why they annoyed that you can't wear none of your regular clothes. But you know,
I mean, I can
comes
see
with
why
it,
you
but-
are annoyed, but like if the job says you can't wear something, you can't wear it. That's
Yeah,
just
I don't
what
think
it
it's,
is. That's
like,
pretty
a
standard work
protesting-
procedure.
I worked at Arby's,
protesting
man.
deal.
Black shirt, black pants, and a fucking red apron.
That's how every establishment goes. If they let Starbucks, they were probably getting away with it, and nobody gets away with it. Chick-fil-A doesn't get away with it. No franchise gets away with wearing what you want to wear.
I'm pretty sure you can just order a pack of shirts on Amazon. Actually,
They said it's gonna come out of their pocket.
Okay.
It's gonna force them to wash.
Well, usually businesses have boxes because where I used to work at, our business had the box there, and we just go in there and grab a shirt and just come out at Arby's.
no, they said they only get 2 shirts.
Yeah.
What a
You
fine
gotta wash them.
establishment.
Black, long
That
sleeve.
happens at a job.
Fine establishment.
That happens at a job. Come in, throw your shirt in the washer, dry it. It's ready the next day,
Black long sleeve shirt
At
on,
work?
on Amazon. $12.74.
bro.
And you can prime it. Get it by tomorrow. Another
Nah,
one,
bro, this is beyond privilege,
$24.99.
bro. Imagine like an older person hearing this.
Here's a 2-pack,
It'd be hot.
$15.99.
Like,
But I
think about
mean,
this shit,
I do understand why they're upset, but I would just, I don't know.
Why would they get
bro.
upset?
This
Just
is an
buy a
establishment.
shirt, bro.
They hired a bunch of woke people,
Yeah.
and now this is some woke shit.
Here's a Hanes pack, a 3-pack, $26.90.
Bro, they don't want to pay for it. They already said that. They said it's going to come out of pocket. They're going to be forced
That's
to
like-
wash.
4-pack, $35.99.
That's like you work in corporate and you
Get
saying
4
you don't want to
shirts
wear
for
a shirt.
$35.
Hey,
And you
they
get
don't-
it by tomorrow. It's prime.
They don't want to do that.
Stop
I don't
doing
understand
ads
what
for
the-
They
Amazon.
don't know how to
They
invest
woke.
in their job.
My bad. I was just saying.
That's an investment, that 4-pack. Now you get to be ready on time every day for work.
$35?
And now you ain't got to wash. Nah, bro, this is the wokest shit I've ever heard in my entire life,
I don't
bro.
think
The
a pack of my
wokest?
underwear
this-
costs
I'm not-
$35.
This is pretty
Not the
woke.
I'm boosting.
This
This
pretty
is
woke.
wokest as hell, bro. This is a
Just
job.
put the uniform on. Yeah.
Everybody has a uniform on a job.
I feel like wearing a uniform to work is way easier because
This
you
is-
just put the same thing on.
This isn't a hometown coffee shop. This is Starbucks. It's one on every block. You gotta wear this uniform. Just like McDonald's, just like Chick-fil-A, and just like every corporation of fast food. They wear that uniform. Simple as that. This is pissing me off bad. Talking about I can't wear my striped shirt. Hell no. You know what? Y'all ass gonna get fired. And guess what? Somebody that's happy to wear that black shirt, they gonna come right in and wear that black shirt every day.
That's true.
They're probably at
That's what they want.
The protests, though, you know.
Yes.
I just don't understand why this is such a fuss, man. Like, just buy it.
No, bro, they're gonna have to wash.
Just like if you like your job, just buy a shirt.
Or wash it. Or maybe that's gonna cost too much water. Washing your shirt.
Then
every
just
day. I
buy
don't
more
know.
shirts, bro. That's
But
the
they
only
giving you two.
solution.
I don't know.
Okay.
Man.
Then you need
The
3 more.
Starbucks pay good.
I don't know. Like maybe like probably in like the
Look,
$17
that
an
don't
hour
matter,
range, I
though.
guess.
Pretty good.
Like at
It's
the end of
alright,
the
I
day, if you
guess.
got a job,
Compared to other like restaurant or not restaurant, but like
Establishments.
it's
yeah.
like fast food almost. I mean, I
like
guess
bro,
it's not.
any job you have, what they tell you to wear, you have to wear.
That's pretty
Point
standard.
blank. Period.
Pretty standard
Leave it
procedure.
at that. No reason to cry about it.
Any solid black long sleeve crew neck collar button up shirt. Oh, you can wear khaki, black, and blue jeans. What's the problem?
They just want to bitch and complain.
Starbucks can wear
get the
company
shirt
branded
It's the shirts
shirts
they
with the
mad
company
at.
2 free shirts.
They don't get the.
So you get
wear the
2
colors.
shirts, and now you can wear black and black shirts only, but you can still wear pants.
Look, Brandon, I
wanna
bet
wear
the
the
free
colors.
shirts they get is a box in the back where they probably could get some more if they wanted to, if they was
probably
complaining.
could, yeah.
And
Bro,
it's like-
they want to express their colors
Like-
and their stripes
I really don't see why.
and
that
their
matters
polka
that
dot.
much.
She had
socks.
lots of stripes, lots of them.
I gotta keep it behind. Like, I understand why you're upset. Like, oh, I can't wear what I used to wear, but now you gotta wear black. Okay.
Hey, damn, yeah, Starbucks is losing a lot of business.
They've been losing a lot of business because they've been protesting them. Boycott.
Oh yeah, that's
They also
right.
said to
About that.
boycott McDonald's.
But why did they do that? Because they did away with DEI.
No, brother, Palestine.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was one of the biggest
That was one of the
boycotts.
biggest ones. Yeah.
No more Starbucks. I said, yeah, we got to get away from this
bro,
bullshit.
I know y'all seen what is her name Valentina?
She pulled up to that
Yeah,
Muslim
She
protest in disguise.
tweaked,
She's a
I
savage.
seen it, but I didn't watch it.
tweaked,
No,
bruh.
she disguised.
She
took
didn't
it
have
off.
to do all that,
And
she
she
did like
OD'd.
Scooby Doo. Like
She got on stage, ripped that shit off.
she had on their thing. Yeah, she was acting like she was going to give a speech, and then I guess I don't know if
She
she
condemned
said
them.
who she was going. I don't know how she did it.
Yes, so they had a lot of gender affirming care going on in Starbucks.
They had that going on.
Addressing
Yes.
misinformation. This is on their website.
They're upset, man. The woke
We are
Make
deeply
them go
concerned
broke.
by false information being spread about the comprehensive health care we offer to all eligible partners, including those who work as little as 20 hours a week, and unfounded allegations made by others accusing Starbucks of withholding gender-affirming care at our stores. To be clear, all partners enrolled in Starbucks health care have benefits to industry-leading gender-affirming care benefits. Okay, well, that's obviously why we saw those type of people we saw in that little huddle.
They wanted to
hooting
work
and
there for
hollering.
their care.
Boy, they get free health care.
Free
20 hours a week, you
gender-affirming.
get health care?
That is a deal.
That's great. I'm not going to
Y'all
lie.
complaining about the shirts? Y'all getting corporate benefits.
Y'all getting good benefits. You get health care for 20 hours a week?
What?
To change your gender?
Bro, that probably happens at like small time restaurants all the time. Like if it's like a restaurant like the Mel's Diner we had in Lafayette, I'm pretty sure you probably can't wear striped shirts to work, bro.
Who knows?
But you probably also don't get
I'm gonna keep it
Insurance.
100. I'm gonna keep
insurance
it
over
100.
there. They giving insurance and benefits. You definitely do got to do what they tell you to do.
No, facts. They're giving you
Gender affirming care.
I gotta keep it 100 though. Like at most restaurants, they give you a uniform.
Yeah, you can't wear
I worked at a
stripes.
restaurant from the time I want to say 15 to when I was 18, and I had to wear a uniform.
Hell yeah.
I had to wear a t-shirt, company shirt.
There
Did
it is.
Did I complain that I couldn't
I was
wear
allowed
my
to wear
other
whatever
cool
I wanted
shirts?
to work, but I was just a pizza delivery driver.
Oh yeah, see, it depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, I was a bus boy.
When
I was
you-
at the host stand. I
when
was
you up
food
there
running.
whipping them coffees, gotta have a uniform on, bro. A lot of people seeing you. So and a lot of people taking their business. That's why they taking their stands. Cause Dutch Bros, I would prefer this over Starbucks.
That-
Sorry,
yeah,
Starbucks.
Not wrong.
This is what it is. Let us know what y'all think in the comments though, guys.